Okay, this is the new airlock system I have built on my own. After I worked with the solar panels, I kind of got into timers. I will go down here again. This one is the cycle for opening the airlock to the outside, and this is the cycle to open it to the inside of the station. I've tucked that down here, so I don't have to make room for that up here. By the way, I've put a cockpit there because I'm on the phone a lot at the moment, and so I have a way to sit down there and have oxygen and and energy. If this door would be closed, I could press this button and then it would cycle the airlock, empty the airlock out, so remove all the oxygen from it, and then it would open the door. I could go in, and when I want to go into the inside, you can see at the moment this one is not active because it is opened to space, and it is at the moment set the air vent to depressurize this room. So if I press this button, it closes this door, and then it takes a while because the oxygen calculation, doesn't run too good at the moment. Then it should start to cycle, the oxygen in, and then it takes a moment to settle down the oxygen, so the calculation can just run. And then it should open this door. Oh, that this, by the way, is doing the same. So if you come from the inside and the outside door is open, you can press this button, and then it cycles. It does the same cycle. I have a seat here, but I will not sit in there because sometimes you die. Oh, I could take off my helmet. Oxygen is high, so take off the helmet. Works so I don't use up energy anymore, as long as I'm not flying, and I don't use up oxygen anymore. Here you can see the inside of the hangar. I have a small ship in here. That's also a ship I found, but I ripped it apart, modified it, and used it as another way to bring back other ships. I used it to bring back the Duchessa here. I left it where it was when I discovered it. Then I flew with this ship, used the landing gear on the top to capture it, and then filled up the Duchessa, flew home with it, took this back home. Azimuth seat. And you can see these are the hangar doors closed. You have a bit of a wiggle room, how big you can make these doors. Amazing stuff. That they are, that they keep in the oxygen is really, really nice. Also, some air vents up there. This has to be closed because it is, leading to open space. This is kind of a station that was built from the inside out. I started with the top and then kind of worked my way down here, made this room, made the pylon down, and added more to that. And then I started to build to the outside, kind of. This is kind of inspired by, there's also a Star Trek station in the old universe, in the old Star Trek series that kind of looked a bit like that. And K7, I don't know. It has a number. It also has this central room, and then rooms to the outside, one on top, and a big pylon or with tanks and so on the bottom. This is the way to the gate room. This was my ghetto airlock before, just 2 doors that I could open and close. Problem with that is that you tend to lose oxygen that way, because the oxygen calculation just kind of borks out, and then you lose a whole room filled with oxygen, and that is not good. Let us, by the way, take a look how much oxygen I have in here right now. I'm always curious to see that, because it is more now. It is more. I added more tanks, so the kind of it balanced out the amount of oxygen in here to 3 point something, and now it's rising. Problem is, at one point it will just stop doing that by using the gate that's in that room, the Stargate. I'm also doing bad stuff to the oxygen calculation. I think I will have to settle for shuttle transport or something like that. It seems that does something to the oxygen calculation. It empties out that room and then has to fill it again. I'm losing oxygen left and right, although there are no leaks. This ghetto airlock did basically the same. It always, when I opened it and closed it and all that stuff, it borked out the whole system and then emptied out the whole station. Not a good thing. That's, by the way, because that's the reason why these doors are closed, why there's no connection to the gate room, and the gate room is opened to space at the moment. I hope that this prevents oxygen loss, but we'll have to experiment on that. Again, Station 76 is a big experiment. Air vents to fill up the rooms. I have again some of these hydroponic gardens here. I really like how they look, and I still hope that at one point Darth Biomech is able to get the feature in that he wants, and that we can then use them to replenish more and more oxygen. Because hey, with plants that would be amazing to see. This is a medical bay. This is an experiment I did. I didn't know if that would work. They changed the medical bay over time. It had always a connector on the top, but it was kind of off to the side. But I connected it anyways to see if it also can transfer oxygen, not only energy, because you can use it to get energy, but I wanted to see if you can also transfer oxygen with it, and that is possible too. So you can fill up your suit not only with energy, but also with oxygen if you connect it to your oxygen systems and the whole system that you have here. The central mast is sealed off, so you can't go. There's only one way up. We will take that in a second. Big windows here. The whole thing was shaped symmetrical, so there were also diagonal windows on this side. But when I added the hangars, kind of after these hangar doors were introduced. I told you in the last episode that this is a way I'm doing stuff. There's a new thing, and then I can make new stuff. So I destroy everything, rebuild, and build something like these hangar doors in. And I changed the whole backside of the station here. Before I had landing platforms out there, or I wanted to build landing platforms with airlocks out there, so you could park your fighter or something on a deck, on a disc-shaped thing, and then go into an airlock and come into the station. But with these hangars, I could do stuff like that. The backside of the ship is also very, very nice. On top is just the control room. The control room never got finished because I can't really tell. I didn't need it at one point anymore. And I also lost some staircases here. This was the ghetto airlock for the control room here. The control room was built before the oxygen hit. So the oxygen thing wasn't in plan there, and for RPG reasons, I have built an airlock here. Not functional. I will have to redo that and maybe make it functional. I'm not sure how to do that because cramped space and all that. We will figure it out at one point. Yeah, that was the first room I have built here. I covered it in glass so I can see to all the sides and can take a look at my space station from up here. Is yeah, I had the idea to not build a control room here, but build a personal water. Don't know, have ships flying around me, all that stuff. That would have been nice, but again, it didn't work out with all the performance problems I had, and I really had to see. If I would have known before that having so much glass is a strain on the whole system, I would have done that differently. But in recent history, update history, they brought in a performance boost for glass and for solar panels. So now I can spam everything with solar panels and glass and don't have to worry. This, by the way, is not connected. I might want to do that later so that I also can have oxygen filled up here. Again, this was sealed off from the whole station before. It's good that the oxygen gets to here too. I'm using these passages as ways to simulate lifts or something like that, or Jeffrey's tubes. They, in earlier iterations of the game, they had a ladder, and I always thought, maybe they leave the ladder there and give us the ability to climb ladders. They didn't. I think I will conclude the tour here for now and give you a short Wednesday episode. That was all, and I hope that for the rest of the week I can record on another day and give you, build something with you, and maybe I can solve some things in the meantime, and we maybe can start the rotating mechanism for the other station to also bring solar power back to the main station, the Raven's Nest. Good people. Sorry again for not being able to be consistent this week. We will have to see how that goes on in the meantime. Thanks for watching. If you like the episodes, then please leave a like on them, and I hope to see you tomorrow. We will see. See ya, people.